What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Take number 4. We're gonna get it this time. This is the Gideon Guardian. It is a budget-friendly 1 to 10 low-power variable optics. Now, budget-friendly and 1 to 10 optics don't always go well together. A lot of companies have tried and failed, and Gideon did a good job, especially when you can pick this up for sub $400 on the website, and that's before my Tiberious discount code as well, so really high value. All right, let's start with the body. The body is 34 millimeter tube, which makes sense on a 1 to 10, 100%. Obviously, the body is made from aluminum. The back has a diopter. Diopter is going to focus the reticle for your eyesight. It has a good amount of range. And then it's not too stiff, it's not too easy. I think it's just in that sweet spot of where it's not going to get bumped, but it's not impossible to move. Similar with the magnification ring. The magnification ring swings about 180 degrees. It has this small removable speed lever, and I think the stiffness is good. I've been very critical on a lot of low power variable optics that they're just a little too stiff for my liking, and this one feels pretty smooth, pretty good. I'm not going to complain. All right, before we get into the reticle, which is pretty useful, I want to thank Brownells. Brownells has been a great supporter of my channel over the years. They don't have Gideon brand products, but they have a ton of other low power variable optics if this is not your jam. Code Tiberious saves you 10% on anything over $150. Thank you to Brownells. Now let's get into the reticle. It is a second focal plane reticle, which means the reticle does not change size as you go from 1 to 10 magnification. However, the holdovers are only going to work on max magnification. It's either red or green. You can pick your favorite color. When you turn it on, see, it isn't like all low power variable optics, it is a etched reticle, so you don't need to turn it on. When you do, the entire reticle will illuminate. The chevron, the circle around it, the holdovers underneath it, everything. So the bullet drop compensator, like most, are based on a 55 grain 5.56 out of a 16-inch barrel. If you're using anything else, these holdovers will not be accurate. The tip of the chevron is going to be your 50 and 200 yard holdover. Then underneath that, you have 300, 400, 500, and 600 yard holdovers. Now those bars on the 4, 5, and 6 are also holdovers for ranging somebody based on the width. So the average male is about 18.5 inches across from shoulder to shoulder, and if you put that bar on their shoulder and it lines up, if they're facing you anyway, that means that's roughly the distance they are away from you. And it's not perfect, but it's a rough guess to see how far they are away from you. So the reticle is fairly useful, has some good parts to it. Like I said, the body is a 34 millimeter tube, which means the mount is also 34 millimeter. It is a Gideon brand mount. It's a good, basic, affordable mount. Normally going to cost you $80. If you buy it with the optic, they give it to you for $50, which is a smoking deal. It's a cantilever mount, which is going to be great for an AR-15. Has a 1.6 inch height, which is good as well. The illumination dial on the side goes from 1 all the way up to 11. I think it is fairly bright. I would even say daylight bright as well. There's no off position in between each brightness setting if you care. The battery is a standard 2032. You unscrew the little cap right with the brightness adjustment, and it goes right in there. Now your windage and elevation has some nice stuff going on. Each click is going to be a half MOA adjustment per click. You have a total of 140 MOA adjustments. Now the turrets are push-pull style turrets. What that means, you pull it up, you turn left, right, up, down, you make your adjustments to sight it in, then when you're done, you push it back and lock it in place. So if you are making adjustments on the fly, it's very quick, easy. You have no covers or anything like that. They are also resettable turrets. And let me see if I can explain this in the simple way possible. I always struggle to explain this in a simple way. So you sight in your optic. You get your optic good to go, perfect for your rifle. After that, you take this little screw on the top of the turret out, you lift the turret off, you bring it back to the number 0. That's the resettable part. You screw it back down. So if you are adjusting your windage or elevation on the fly when you're shooting and you want to know where your original 0 is, you just bring the knob back down to the number 0, and that is what a resettable turret does. Price, weight, and length are up here on the screen. And before this video, I looked at other budget-friendly 1 to 10 optics, like the Primary Arms SLX and several others I forgot. And I think the weight and the price is pretty much right in line for the features. You know, like the Primary Arms SLX is $50 more. It's 2 ounces lighter, but the field of view is not as good. So you're making, with all of them, you're making trade-offs. And again, that $399 is the regular price before the Tiberious discount code. And I've even seen it on sale for less than that as well, which is just silly. The field of view that I mentioned goes from 12 feet to 122 feet. Your eye relief is rated at 3.5 inches, and very unscientifical. I held it up to my eye and I would say that's about accurate, 3.5 inches. I think that's pretty good for a budget-friendly 1 to 10. A lot of companies struggle with the 1 to 10 to make a decent eye box and decent eye relief, so it's pretty good. The glass clarity is decent as well. And then Gideon has a lifetime warranty, so if you did buy one of these and you had any problems, they're going to take care of you. Testing. Now, to be honest with you boys and girls, Gideon sent this to me probably almost a year ago, and I completely forgot to do the review. I didn't add it to my list of reviews to do, and I just completely forgot. The good thing is, I've used it a lot more than I normally would for an optic review before I recorded this video. So it's been on multiple AR-15s, all 5.56. It's been on a couple different bolt guns, both of them 22 LR. It's been back and forth to the range dozens and dozens and dozens of times. It's been banged around a lot. And I've had no problems, no issues. It's held zero every single time, and just no problems at all. I can't tell you exactly how many rounds because I totally forgot, and it's been on a bunch of different guns. I can absolutely guarantee you it is way, way, way over 500 rounds, and I would bet $100 that it's way over 1,000 rounds, but I can't promise you like I normally do. Anyway, the biggest pro for me is going to be the value. Gideon brings the value. They give you a good optic at a very, very good price. A low power variable optic that's a 1 to 10 under $400 that doesn't suck is a pretty rare thing. I think the reticle is bright. I think the reticle has some good useful holdovers and whatnot. The mag ring and the diopter is good adjustability. It's not too stiff or anything. I love everything about the turrets, the push, the pull, the resettable, all that stuff is good. I wouldn't change anything on the optic. If I'm going to make a budget-friendly 1 to 10, this is pretty much what I would do. The mount, the only small thing I would change on the mount is I like it when companies engrave the inch pounds on the mount. I don't know how many people are going to care about that. Most people put an optic on a rifle and they just leave it, but I play roulette with optics all the time, so every time I took the optic off, I had to go to the Gideon website, see what the inch pounds was, and then properly mount it on the next gun. That's the only thing I would change. Again, overall, it's a great mount. I would have no problem using it for home defense or self-defense or at a training class or anything like that. I would not be hesitant. Obviously, you don't want to compare it to, like, the gold standard for 1 to 10 mounts is, or one of them anyway, is the Vortex Razor. It's a great optic, but that's like a $4,000 optic. This is a $400 optic, so apples and oranges here. Overall, yeah, good to go. No problems, no beefs, and hopefully this 4th time recording this video, hopefully this works and I have no more technical issues. Anyway, thank you to Gideon. They've become a great supporter of this channel. I appreciate it. Again, the code is Tiberious. Thank you to Brownells. They've always been a great supporter of my channel. Once again, the code is Tiberious. More important, thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you think I deserve it, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. It helps me. Santa appreciates it. Be good. Stay blessed. Peace.